right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Just seen an interview on Ring Digital. Today they did the grand arrivals and Canelo sat down with the media and, he made his case on why he should be pound for pound number one, saying that he done more than Terence, Crawford, Lomachenko. And, the major thing I agreed with him on was when he said that resume matters the most. You talking about pound for pound, people end up ranking guys who they like or who look good off the eye test, not even versus great competition. But with Canelo got the best resume in boxing, not named Manny Pacquiao. Of his era, I don't believe Pacquiao is of his era. Pacquiao still fighting because he need a check. That's just what it is. But of his era, he has the best resume. And if you look at his wins and losses, you would think, and the names on his resume from Golovkin to Chavez Jr. to Danny Jacobs to Trout to Lara to James Kirkland to Amir Khan, you can go on and on. You would think he'd be clearly pound for pound number one. But a few things are glaring that keeps him from universally being recognized and having Crawford, Lomachenko, and even Usyk before he moved to heavyweights. Because when you do pound for pound, you don't include heavyweights. Pound for pound was created for the smaller weight classes to get recognition because the heavyweights at once upon a time were so dominant over boxing. But with Canelo, there are some glaring things. The reason why he's overlooked is pound for pound universally. And let's talk about him. I do appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation, that link's description. Best way to donate, share the video. And one of the reasons that, he failed to mention, obviously he's not going to indict himself in front of a lot of reporters, is that he cheated with the clenbuterol. You know what I'm saying? You look at, and at the end of the day, anybody could be cheating. They just, anybody can be a felon or have a misdemeanor, but it's a lot of people that do things that just never got caught. You know what I'm saying? There's killers out here who just never got caught. It's dudes that stole, did bad stuff. They just never been caught. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo been caught. He got caught cheating. All right. And it was some rumors before that Floyd felt in 2013, according to one of the Nevada legislators, the articles in Bad Left Hook, that he said he thought Canelo was cheating back then when he fought him. But he still fought him because he knew he can beat him. All right. So when Canelo go on that pound for pound list, that's the first thing that stick out. That he cheated the game. He got caught red-handed in the social media era. And then when you actually dig deeper, once you look at the surface, you know what I'm saying, you think it's pretty. It's like a bad bitch. She fine as hell. You look at the surface, ass, titties, legs, sexy toes, sexy hands, beautiful breastises, beautiful hair, beautiful forehead, beautiful cheekbones, lips, nose, everything is on point. But once you get past the surface, once you get, deeper, to know her, you notice that she ain't got no, she don't have no mind, she ain't that smart. You know what I'm saying? You notice she real superficial. She might not be, she might be belligerent. She might have hoish ways. And that's Canelo. When you look at his resume, it looks sexy. You know what I'm saying? It look golden. You seem like it's a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame. You would think it's GOAT man. Yeah, that's Canelo. You'll think it's like the greatest thing you ever seen in your life. Once you go back and look at the fight with Austin Trout, when the WBC catered to him and gave open scoring, and that was a close fight. When you go back and look, Amir Khan, this is a dude that just got to 147, was getting knocked out at 140, 135. You knock him out. You know what I'm saying? You look back and when he won his first title versus Matthew Hatton at the catchweight. You look back, he struggled with Miguel Vasquez at like 140, whatever the hell that weight they fought at. Lee fought twice and Canelo beat him convincingly the second time, if my memory serves me correctly. You go look at the Lara fight. People felt that he lost to Lara. He's supposed to fight Jamel Charlo. He cherry-picked and fought James Kirkland. He fought Angulo after he had a war with James Kirkland and I think a war with Lara, if I'm not mistaken. He already been through the wars. And he was sitting in like jail or something like that. Chavez, hey, it is what it is. He said that he made the fight happen when Chavez could have made the fight happen when he was on top. He refused to. It is what it is. He beat an older Cotto. He lost to Mayweather, Didn't win a round versus Mayweather. Let me say it. I don't care what was it CJ Ross or Ali Bird say. It is what it is. Had a really razor thin close fight with Golovkin. Could have went either way. I felt that I gave him the edge versus Golovkin. In the first fight, I felt that he beat Golovkin comfortably. In the second fight, I felt that he beat Danny Jacobs comfortably in the fight. I don't think that fight was close at all. Care what nobody say. But there's a lot of close calls in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Mayweather had his close calls. Ali, he lost to Frazier and, you know what I'm saying, got dropped by him in the first fight. And you have fighters that had their close calls and lost. Lennox lost, Mike lost, came back and did good things. You know, Foreman lost, came back, reinvented itself in his with 40s, whatever. But, you know, Canelo is getting the benefit of the doubt from the judges, from the commission, from illegally wrapping his hands and stacking his hand wraps. He get a lot of benefit of the doubts, and people never seen Canelo win a big fight convincingly. It's always, oh, did he win or didn't he win? He's never dominated an opponent that's like Danny Jacobs, Golovkin, even Chavez Jr., even though he wasn't a name, he didn't even stop Chavez Jr. You can look at Floyd, at least he stopped Arturo Gatti, at least he stopped Diego Corrales, you know what I'm saying? You know, you go back and look at a few of his fights, and at least he stopped some people. Who if Canelo stopped on the A level or the B level that B plus level he done fought? Amir Khan don't count. You know, if you look at his resume, he can easily have 2 or 3, 4 losses. And that's why people don't give him the credit. Because 1, you cheated, and 2, you actually, a lot of people think you cheated on the scorecards. You're the beneficiary of a lot of decisions that should have been close where you should have lost. Golovkin won. Some people say Golovkin 2. Lara. Some people say the Cotto fight was close. Some people say he lost to Trout. He benefited off of the Miguel Vasquez fight. So it's a lot of fights that he shouldn't have won. He's never had a dominant performance on the top level. Never. Say what you want to say about Lomachenko. You know, he dominated Nicholas Walters. He dominated a Rigondeaux like Canelo dominated Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? And also he got that push behind him, man. He on regular ESPN and he beat a Gary Russell. You know, he goes up and he beats a Jorge Linares. You know, even though we know he not number 1 pound for pound, he could be top 5, 6, 7. But you know what? He has dominant victories. He stopped guys. Even when Lomachenko don't have that hydrogen in his hands. He stopped guys and made guys quit. You know, Crawford, Victor Postal, like Andre Ward said on fight, he was everything. Gamboa was everything. Everybody picking against him versus Gamboa. I remember it's easy to go back in hindsight and minimize an accomplishment of a fighter. It's easy. I go back and say, well, Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? He was hurt versus Errol Spence. That's fact. He came with an injury, no tune-up. Now, at the end of the day, will Errol Spence come back off of injury and fight Danny Garcia, fight Terence Crawford, fight Manny Pacquiao? I don't think he's going to get that advice. But Kell Brook did it. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence come back and fight Danny Garcia in January or his first fight back? No. He going to tune up versus IBF mandatory or something like that. But when Crawford fought Postal, he was everything. When Crawford fought Gamboa, he was everything. When he beat him, they minimized him. I remember those fights. I remember them being there, people saying Postal was going to beat him. Beat Ricky Burns, went over to Scotland. Not too many people go over to the UK and win a belt. Andre Durrell tried to, he got robbed. Timothy Bradley went there and beat up Junior Witter. Errol Spence went over there and beat Kell Brook. You know, Crawford went over there and beat Ricky Burns. Joe Kawasaki beat Jeff Lacey. He fell a little short. But Canelo has not had the masterpiece top performances that Terence or Lomachenko had. You know, you won a lot of. Had shit been even, had the judge been even, had everything been even in boxing, it won't be. You have 2, 3, 4 losses. To be real, and those only fights we know about. You could have some close fights coming up. And are you been a lot of people questioning, was he clean or not? You know, was he clean or not? Floyd was saying it back in 2013. So at the end of the day, he can play stupid and play like he this top dog. But for one, you can take the drug test out of it. His performances, he's never beat nobody by a country mile. Convincingly. He never had an Arturo Gatti, Diego Corrales type of performance, or a Floyd versus Canelo performance, or Floyd versus Pacquiao performance, you know? But that's just my opinion on it. He got a great resume, best resume in the game, not named Manny Pacquiao, but hey, it is what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email, All the links in the description. You got business question, query, sponsorship, video request, email, and Twitter. One time for the one time.